Welcome back. According to a new survey, nearly a third of Americans have forgotten what it means to be truly happy, and nearly half say they haven't felt true happiness in more than 2 years.
Joining us this morning to talk about the survey and the findings is Gretchen Rubin, best-selling author of The Happiness Project. Gretchen, good morning. How you doing?
Good morning. I'm very happy to be talking to you.
Good. We are as well. We're looking at the results here of this survey, though the percentage, almost half of Americans saying that they haven't felt happiness, maybe true happiness, in at least 2 years. I mean, COVID's obviously in the middle of those 2 years, but that's still an alarming number, no?
It absolutely is. This new report from Oracle really shows that we've taken a big hit in the United States and across the world. And now we're looking for ways to try to get happier, whether that's health, personal connections, and also experiences. 88% of people are looking for experiences to boost their happiness.
And what were some of the other highlights of the survey? And as far as the respondents go, was there an age group?
It was across ages. But what was really fascinating to me is what they showed is that people are looking for brands to bring them happiness. That one of the things that people reported is that when they're looking for things to make them smile and laugh, they often look to advertising, marketing, like customer experience. Like a lot of people said they wish that they could buy happiness. You know, you can't buy happiness, but it turns out that we look to brands to give us that little bit of a lift as we're going through our days.
I wonder how much of that is or was COVID during that time, and maybe being online and only being connected to big companies as opposed to the personal connections we used to feel on a daily basis. I don't know. I'm just kind of making this up as we go. What do you think?
No, I think that's really a profound insight, and that really when we're wanting those playful, happy, lighthearted connections, it's that feeling of social, and of course, personal is the most important. But what's interesting is I think that that's part of the reason that humor is such an effective way to communicate, because it gives us that feeling of like we're all in on the joke and we're all talking about it and we remember it, and it kind of captures that feeling even when we're doing something online. But you're right. A lot of people said they turned to online shopping, say, for happiness during the pandemic. But like now they don't even remember what they bought.
Well, yeah. What was most surprising about the survey findings?
Well, what was surprising to me was like when you look at what people remember and like, you know, again, with a brand, what they're looking for, what they remember, what they recommend is how much humor matters. But it turns out that like on the business side, there's a lot of feeling of intimidation about using humor. Humor is tricky. It's powerful. And that's part of why it's difficult to use. So sometimes on the business side, they don't use it as much because they want to make sure that they get it right. And they're not sure that they can. So even though something's so effective and so memorable, I mean, we're still talking about ads like, where's the beef, you know, decades later, because it's so memorable. It's hard to get it right.
According to the survey, relationships, Gretchen, played a big factor in somebody's happiness or maybe unhappiness.
Absolutely. And I mean, ancient philosophers and contemporary scientists agree that the key to happiness is relationships. So anything that fosters and deepens and creates a sense of connections is going to make us happier.
One interesting tidbit, according to the survey, 95% of Americans are prepared to try something new to see if that makes them happier. Are there any suggestions on that?
Well, yeah, and research shows people who do new things, even something like trying a new restaurant or going to a new neighborhood tends to make people happier. So yeah, do something new, like listen to some new music, read a book in a genre that you don't usually read, talk to somebody new. Maybe there's an acquaintance that you've always enjoyed chatting with. Try to make that person into a real friend, like enjoy sort of the novelty of a new relationship. Absolutely.
And relationships being key. I guess that's not surprising. You need that personal connection and relationships that have a positive influence on your life.
Yes,
you know,
maybe
so
volunteer.
Right.
A lot of times giving back.
Volunteering,
yeah,
outstanding
right?
example.
Thank you,
yes.
Gretchen, so much. We really appreciate your time.
Best-selling author of The Happiness Project. Thank you.